stream appropriately. La 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 la. La 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 ba ba. La 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 la. Okay, yeah, the stream did pop up right. Okay, so today we're gonna try a little something different. I set up the stream a little different, just cause like, you know, the last couple of days, I didn't feel like the camera was in a good enough spot where you guys could really see what I was doing all the time. So I just kind of set it up in a little bit of way today, so that way you can see the whole thing as I'm painting it. But that way you can also see where it's at right now. It's like on a stance, at an angle. It's not like directly above, but I'll figure out like a direct above one. And then the last couple of days I've just been kind of watching, you know, random stuff online, but I think whatever's on the TV. But I think today what we'll do is we'll just like go through TikToks and Instagram and YouTube and just watch some reels and stuff as I paint. And I'll just like go off and chitty chat and rant about the random things that I find. Just cause I don't see why not. I think there was something I needed to remember to paint, but I didn't remember what it was. Was it green? No. We did all the blue. No, I already fixed it. I fixed everything. I get to move to a new color today, guys. Ah, that's so great. Okay, what color are we gonna choose? We got all these colors here. I think the next lightest color is gonna be like maybe one of these two. This one. 15. Oh, but that was the thing. I think 15 is one that is like a whole bunch. Let's see here. Or maybe not. I think 15 might be it. I think 15 will be the next one. 15, 16, probably 14. Yeah, I think these are the next ones. And then getting into like 9, 12, 8, 10. Like this set here. Yeah, but I think we're going to go through most of these first. And then do these ones. Okay. We have a game plan. I'm clearly not going to get to these because I only get like 2 done each day. So let's pick 2 since we know 2. I think it's going to be between 14, 15, and 16. I feel like 15 for sure. I kind of want to do 16 just because it's like connected to this end here and like it'll be easy to snap off. So let's just do that. Snapped. Away. These are the ones that we have finished. 12. I think that was 18. Oh, the numbers are being rubbed off. 20, 19. Why are the numbers being rubbed off? Is it because I'm holding them and like the heat from me holding them? Because the numbers are perfectly fine on these ones. Weird. Maybe I'll be careful about that. As we're painting, just to see what happens. Okay, and then I think 15 is the lightest color here. Let's just see where 15 is. $15 seems to be, that's 16. It's like some of these like little tiny swirls and stuff off to the side. And like down here too, like some of these swirls here, like that and that. Some dots here. Okay. So 15 is just another accent piece. Wing it in. Brush here. TikTok. It's easier to swipe.
I'm not necessarily sure how to say this, or even like where to begin or start, but I've had people ask to kind of like donate, give, or whatever it may be. I can link a PayPal. You feel me? I can link a PayPal for y'all if that's what y'all want to do. But in all honesty, it's not a necessity because I know how hard shit is out here nowadays. Like, I just want y'all to know that this is space where you could just come and kick it. And when I say I'm not getting paid off for this shit, I mean like I'm not getting paid regarding the content creator program because I already have videos where they're like, this doesn't meet our guidelines. Girl, fuck you. So I know I'm not gonna last there for long. And don't get me wrong, I catch a little like 20 here, 20 there from shit people send on live, which I didn't know could be done. But that's only because it's linked to my PayPal. So like I just don't ever want to come off like a creator like give me money, give me your money, give me. That's not the issue. Anything I want, I may get. It may take time, it may take some hard work, but I'm gonna get that shit done. But I also don't want to deny people if they want to give. You feel me? So, but really necessarily sure how to say this, or even like where to begin or start. But I've had people ask to kind of like donate, give, or whatever it may be. I can link a PayPal. You feel me? I can link a PayPal. Thank you all so much for being here. If you guys want a reading, I'll put my cash app and Venmo here. After a while, the daughter of the richest man had three.
Okay, let's see. Where's this first one? Like here somewhere. This is a good song. It's cute. Is it on Spotify? Perfect. Yeah.
Move out of a place of fear. Do not allow yourself to be hesitant or scared to take that leap of faith. You know what I'm saying? Out of a place of fear. Do not be scared. Okay, whatever.
Day one of highlighting products in my shop, my Benedict States shop. Today I'm going to highlight the Tatriz clock clip. Story behind this, I designed the Kafia clock clips and everyone loved it. And I thought, okay, next I want, because I love Tatriz so much, one of my favorite motifs is the Beit Lahem star. So I thought I want to create design a clock clip with that specific motif. So that's what you see on it. It's the Beit Lahem star, the popular classic motif in Tabriz. So you probably didn't know I have it. If you saw it, you didn't know the story about it, but it's quite neat and meaningful.
Okay.
One.
There's one.
Day one of highlighting.
I gotta put this closer to my ear.
People who don't care about my well-being.
I don't ask.
I don't need a boyfriend.
That's good. You sound good.
Have you ever heard about the corny?
What? Oh my god, there's this TikTok on here that's like, what did it just say? Allegedly ICE agents in LA are messing around with quote unquote ICE if you're picking up what I'm putting down. A similarity to 1930s Germany I did quote unquote not see coming. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like if people are gonna do terrible, weird things to their common folk, like, you gotta be on drugs for that shit. There's no way you're sober. I don't know how people could be sober hurting other people without being really fucked up in the head at the same time.
It kept like.
My message to you today from the ground journalist in the watermelon land is to keep speaking up before they end up like a Nas al-Ishad.
I've been watching a lot of Gaza stuff recently. I'm just trying to keep it going.
Targeted along with other journalists and the crew members in the 10, right across from Al-Shifa Hospital. Keep in mind, he's been receiving threats from the beginning and has been offered to evacuate. Now, if he was a
Offered to
member, why would he
evacuate.
be offered to evacuate, given that option?
You're not gonna get
The
evacuated.
ground journalists are the eyes, the ears, the soul to everything that's currently happening. Without them, we would not know the extent of these atrocities.
No joke.
Keep speaking up is the least that you can do. If you're tired of speaking up, how do you think the babies, children, women, and men, the journalists,
That's why I keep watching
doctors,
videos and liking
the
and sharing,
watermelon land
even though
feel
it's probably annoying to other people.
22
Same thing with
plus
like
months into
Sudan,
this.
Congo,
So
anything
with
I
that
see
being
about
said,
any of that
keep
stuff,
speaking
I
up.
always
And if
share
you
that
think it's not
shit.
making a difference, then why do you think our country, including UK, are going so out of their way to ban everything imaginable?
Wait, the
and
UK's
prevent us from
banning everything
speaking up?
imaginable?
Keep amplifying
Or
their
does he
voices.
mean-
Follow the ground journalists on whatever social media platform you may be. And I want to share a book with you. This is the first book that I read by Rashid Khalidi. He actually was a Columbia University professor who retired last year because of the way Columbia handled student protests, the faculty, and everything else. So he had his degree from Yale
Okay.
and Oxford.
Yale.
He had a PhD.
Fancy.
An
I
amazing
wish I
book.
had
And
a
this
Yale.
book, The 100-Year War on Palestine.
Not really. That
It
sounds
goes back
terrible.
from 1917 to 2017. Just that time frame. So that is to tell you, it started before the existence of the apartheid. An official existence, let's put it that way. And also, that means that started long ago, way before the October of 2023. So I'm gonna tag that book below because for some reason this platform pushes out videos that do have links attached. But I definitely do recommend
Which is
this
weird
book,
because wouldn't
and
you want like proof of
my
like the information you're
grandfather's
sharing?
name is also Rashid, so that stood out to me. But it is the first book that I've ever bought and read on Palestine. An amazing author, historian, and last year, like I said, he retired. My message to you today from the ground journalists in the watermelon land is to keep speaking up before they end
I gotta
up
comment
like
real quick.
Anas al-Shari.
Just do
Who
something
was-
simple. Don't always do something simple, but when
I
I'm
am Chief
busy, you
Warrant
know,
Officer
you
2,
do what you gotta do.
Duncan J. Searcy,
You
the
always take
intended audience of this
the
video
time
is
to write long
Congress,
messages.
and I claim whistleblower status in accordance with Title 10 U.S. Code 1034. I understand that making this video in my uniform is a very serious decision. For the past 4 years, I have tried to rectify my situation the correct way through my chain of command. I have submitted an Inspector General complaint. I have attempted resolution through my Congressman, Burgess Owens. I have lost faith in my entire chain of command, including the Adjutant General Boyack, who has lied on an official memorandum sent to my Congressman. My Commander-in-Chief, Governor Cox, who signed off on the COVID-19 policies in 2021 for which my career is being destroyed, currently stands accused of election interference by his opponent, Phil Lyman. This video is not intended to be insubordinate, but I am demanding accountability from my leaders. I joined the military in 2017 and became an Apache pilot for the Utah Army National Guard.
Wow,
I
that's
deployed
crazy.
with my unit to Afghanistan in 2020.
Becoming an Apache pilot
Shortly
is
after
really
returning
difficult.
home, all soldiers in the military were ordered to take an EUA, Emergency Use Authorization, COVID-19 vaccine. As mandating experimental treatments goes against Title 10 U.S. Code 1107, I simply refused the order. They attempted coercion, bribery, and threats to try to get me to take it. In April of 2021, I was grounded and no longer allowed to fly. I also refused to participate in the EUA COVID-19 testing, so then they shut
This
off.
is very interesting. I don't think I've ever heard of a military person not taking the vaccine. Like, I'm almost positive that every person I've heard in the military just, like, took the vaccine. They were just like, yeah, sure. Because, like, I don't know. When you're in the military, like, you get a lot of vaccines. Like, give you a lot of fucking vaccines. Like, and not all the time are they not You know, FDA, they're not FDA approved. They're fucking testing it out on our military people. That's like a little bit of part of it. So it's very surprising to see that he fought back, because I do think legally he has the right to do so, but that doesn't mean that they don't have the right to retaliate. And that also doesn't mean he's going to win. So he might be dishonorably discharged. It's very likely. Especially probably putting this video out. But we'll see. We'll see. It depends on how the public reacts to it. And people are like really on his side, and he creates long traction. But that's fucking crazy to hear that like this military person. My cousin has negative things to say about the COVID vaccine too, as somebody who took one in the military as well. So that's also interesting. I didn't have negative effects of the vaccine, but to be honest, I had extreme negative effects of COVID-19. So, you know, maybe I didn't notice because I already went through it. Let's listen
My
to
pay
this.
and took away my benefits. I was required to miss my civilian employment and drill with my unit with no pay on multiple occasions as ordered by Colonel Noe Vasquez, which caused me even greater financial hardship. I defaulted on my military retirement loan because I no longer had the funds to pay what I owed. I was forced to drop out of my local university,
Wow, that's
where I was
crazy.
studying to become a pilot for the airlines because they turned off my educational benefits.
What?
Around this time, I was also going through a devastating separation and divorce with my spouse. My mental health and finances were a mess, and I was forced to move myself and my 2 small children into my parents' unfinished basement, where we still reside today. At a time when I needed my
Wow.
brotherhood for support, I was ostracized, labeled, and discarded. And no,
That's
I'm not
fucked up.
starting a GoFundMe. My pride doesn't allow for me to accept charity. I will make my own way. What I want is a pound of flesh. I want accountability. The vaccine mandate for military members was correctly rescinded, and because they could no longer kick me out of the military for that, they shifted their focus to kick me out for mental health issues instead. But my individual situation within the military is just a small symptom of a big sickness that affects all of us. We are
Yeah.
currently ruled by a
Community guidelines. Are you fucking kidding? Wow, that's fucking crazy. This entire fucking speech got community guidelines? What the fuck? That's so fucked.
Personally, I am fed up, and I am asking my people,
Wow.
the American people, to rise up with
Oh, fuck, damn. He fucking put music. Oh, fuck. And it can. I thought, like, the rest of it was gonna be fucking music. Like, I was about to get ready to pause it and, like, be like, that's fucking crazy and, like, check these. But it was just that section about him talking about our government that got community guidelined, and he had to put music over it to allow the video to be out again. That is fucking insane. He is a U.S. soldier in America, and the community guidelines didn't allow him to speak negatively about his fucking country. Wow. Oh my god, I really hope people watch these, because I feel like these are going to be so interesting. I feel like I'm kind of starting my own little mini podcast a little bit, like doing these. But what the fuck, are you fucking kidding me? That's insane. Oh yeah, I'm sharing this. Fuck yeah, I'm sharing that. Okay, let's
within
listen to the
bounds
rest of
the
this.
law and take back our country, our security, our economy, and our American dream. And if our politicians stand in our way, we will remove them and elect new ones to fight for us. The answer is not murdering CEOs on the street. Our system may be broken, but it can be rebuilt peacefully if we work together.
I agree.
Your party cannot save you. Both sides are used by this elite class.
I
We
agree.
should all brace for terror attacks, mass shootings, technology failure, and
I agree.
economic collapse.
I agree.
The ruling class will not go down without playing every card they have left in their arsenal to retain control.
I agree.
I want
But
to
we have
close with
community.
a special
We
message
have
to my
community.
brothers
We
and
can work
sisters in
together.
arms. I am
We have
disappointed.
numbers.
And remember, just because I speak sharp words against you, it does not mean that I do not love you. 96% of you participated in the EUA COVID vaccine, and I know less than half of you did it willingly. They lied to you, they threatened you, they coerced you. None of you got an FDA-approved vaccine in 2021. It did not exist, and for that you should be furious. I'll agree with you that this is a situation that your leaders never should have put you in. You were just trying to be a good soldier and follow orders. But there's a powerful quote from the movie Kingdom of Heaven that I love. King Baldwin says, "Remember that even when those who move you be kings or men of power, your soul is in your keeping alone. When you stand before God, you cannot say, 'But I was told by others to do thus,' or that virtue was not convenient at the time. This will not suffice. Remember that. Your oath is to the Constitution of the United States of America, the law of the land. You swore that oath to God, so you will answer to him for it. I am challenging all of you to renew your oath and post it to social media. It requires courage to stand when asked, so please allow me to read a scripture over you for courage, and then I will close with my oath. Behold, God is my salvation. I will
I'm not
trust
enjoying
and
that
not
he's
be
moving into a
afraid.
God spot,
For
but
the
this is
Lord
his belief,
Jehovah
so we
is
gotta
my
let him go,
strength
you
and
know?
my song. He also is become my salvation. I, Chief Warrant Officer 2 Duncan Jesse Searcy, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith
Oh
and
shit,
allegiance to
he
the
said
same.
foreign and
That I take
domestic.
this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter. So help me God. Amen.
So you're telling me you haven't switched to fiber internet yet?
Wow,
Listen
that
to
was
this sponsored message from me.
that was an interesting
My
ending.
message to you.
Whoa.
I am Chief Warrant Officer 2 Duncan
I just
J.
wanted to read these comments here, see what people say. Interesting.
Guys,
Very
I
interesting.
think I've genuinely found one of the best apps. in
People
the
are very-
world. 'Cause here's the
Real quick, I guess before I move on, people are very like two-sided on that video. It's like people are either against the fact that he just wouldn't get the shot, or they're upset that he just wouldn't get the shot, or they're like, well, you should just got the shot because you needed it anyways. But I don't think that's the point that he's trying to make. The point is that like, he has a right to say no to something that's not FDA approved yet, what hasn't been tested enough, and that he shouldn't be used as a test subject, and that like our government says, we will not use you as a fucking test subject, and then they turn around and do it anyways. Like, that's not right. Even if it's for the betterment of like other people, I still think there's a right way to go about it, and I think it's fair that he's upset. I think we should all be upset over the COVID situation for multiple things. It was really cool that like they came up with a vaccine, but I think it's another thing to see that like they kind of were planning that. Like they had been working on the vaccine since 2018, like, or no, 2014 or some shit, like way before even COVID was like a thing. So it's like they knew it was coming. They didn't prepare people. They didn't educate people. They didn't let people like, you know what I mean? They're so busy being politicians and making sure the news says this and news says that they don't realize how important it is that people want to be educated. People want to know what's going on. People want to understand why things are happening a certain way. People want to know that they're safe. And like, if you're gonna sit there and fucking lie to them and make shit up, and like, people have the right to be upset. Whether like, you know, like, it doesn't matter if you agree with them fully or not. Like, they were lied to. Let them be angry. Like, dude. They were lied to. You're angry, you know? It's not very fun to find out you're being a fucking test subject. Especially, you know, he's a white male, so it's like he wasn't expecting that his government would have used him. But other people, you know, they go into the government recognizing that that's exactly what's going to happen to them, and they're signing off on it, you know? And there's not going to be much of a budge. I'm trying not to make any mistakes because these lines are so tiny, and once you paint, like the other one's a big problem I had was covering the numbers. I was like, oh, this number doesn't want to get covered, and I have to keep painting over it and painting over it and painting over it. But these ones, the numbers like disappear, so it's like I gotta be careful and make sure that I'm only painting the one. So the right one, first mark, double check a bunch of times. That's all we can do. This one here. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the videos and see if we can find another interesting one like that. Guy.
Hi, I have
Hi.
a story time. If
Okay.
you know me at all, repost a video.
I don't.
Please, God, repost a video. If you have a good heart, please repost. I need this to go
Well,
to as many people
I do
as
have
I
a good
can.
heart, but I don't know what this is for.
My
so
girlfriend and
continue.
I were supposed to leave on Friday around 4 o'clock to head to Texas to see my family.
Okay.
And for her to meet my parents and my friends and the
That's a
hometown I
weird
grew up in
thing
and
to go
really
to
set it in
Texas
stone
with
that she
your
was
baby,
known. So
okay.
it's the next step to marriage. We were planning on that trip. She left her job at Walmart and was walking out to her car. When she got to her car, 4 ICE agents surrounded her
Oh
to
shit.
change her. Not telling her a reason why she
Purple
was being
underscore
detained.
crow 720 said,
And she called me on and
the
put it on
word
speaker.
goose is illegal.
Whoa. The word goose is illegal. Redeemed IRL word ban.
Okay, I will not say that word ever again on this stream. Never, never, never. Actually, I should put like a time limit on this or something. But for now,
That word is now banned. IRL. Thank you for that. Purple, I appreciate you.
But I'm just watching random videos. How are you doing today? Did you get yourself signed up to take your test in 2 weeks?
Purple underscore crow 720 said, it's for 5 minutes on the description LOL.
Is it really? I did make a time limit. I'm so smart.
Let me set a timer.
Purple underscore crow 720 said,
Very interesting
yep,
word to
the
pick.
5th.
Hey. Congratulations. I wish you luck. I believe in you. You know what they say? Second time is the charm. I think it's actually third time, but I'm just trying to be positive, okay? Let's see here. Let's do that. 15.
Purple underscore crow 720 said, 4th time the charm.
Oh, it's the 4th time. Last time went the 3rd time, so this time will be the 4th time. Do you feel like you learn anything each time that you take the test? Do you get the same tester? Is the person just being a douche? Or do you just get nervous? Nerves get me. It's rough for me to take tests. Not that great at taking tests because like I don't know. It's like everything in my brain just like disappears. Like all the information, not even like just the information for that test, but like if you sat me down and I'm, taking this test and then you're like, what about information for this? Like I'd be like, I have no idea. Like it's not there. I can't answer your question. I've definitely gotten a little bit better as time has gone on. I figured out ways to kind of like fight it or work around it. Some of that from teachers who were like trying to help me. But still.
Purple underscore crow 720 said, the dude is really nice but I get nervous and can't do it.
Yeah. Do you often drive with other people in the car, or do you normally drive by yourself? Because if you're used to driving by yourself, that might be one reason why you're getting nervous. And so if you get used to...
Purple_Crow720 said, I drive with my family all the time.
Okay, so it's not the people thing. It's just like that person being there and like being a watcher of your ability. But you got it then. Yeah, you just gotta find something that's gonna calm you down. You gotta find something that will. So yeah, it's not about practice anymore.
Purple_Crow720
Then
said, it's the clipboard. It's evil.
the clipboard is evil. You're like waiting for him to like check mark things or write things down. You're just staring at it instead of paying attention to the road. I can see that. I understand. Yeah, okay, so this is just like a little mental block. You just gotta find some way around, like, that thought process of it being a problem, or some way to get your brain to focus on something else instead of the clipboard. Maybe you could hypnotize yourself. I don't know if you know this, but if you truly believe that you can be hypnotized, there's a lot of cars passing by for some reason right now. What the fuck? I think we just had racers driving by. I think those were motorcycles. Don't know if you heard that. But, yeah, I think if you could hypnotize yourself, if you really believe in it, and go online, do like learn a little hypnotization for yourself. Just convince yourself that you are not scared of that clipboard. And, you know, it might not work, but there's a 50-50 chance. And I say it's worth the chance. I feel like it's worth it. You know? And I've heard of people, like, hypnotizing themselves out of smoking cigarettes. So I feel like hypnotizing yourself out of noticing a clipboard in someone's hand can't be that much more difficult, right? Or at least the same. Same in somehow. Same. Where is this guy? He's a little check mark here. Check mark here. Check mark here. Okay, let's watch this video.
Purple_Crow720 said, maybe I can get clipboards to soothe me.
Like, have everyone in the car wearing clipboards and, like, just always have them on. I'm allowed to say goose now. What a funny word to pick. What made you choose that word out of all the words? It's not your favorite word. I feel like your favorite word has to be raven or purple. Just because it's got to be your favorite color and your favorite animal, right? That's what you told me, I feel like. If I remember correctly. If my brain is functioning with that thinky think process. Man, this thing's gonna look so cool when it's done. It looks so plain right now. But I'm just doing all the background stuff, you know? So...
Purple_Crow720 said, I was going to pick mango, but I really like mango.
I like mango too. That's one of my favorite tropical fruits, especially with like a little tahini and chamoy on it. Little lemon. Delicioso. 15. Finding these is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Here and have a little bit more more understanding because they're speaking English. She's from Venezuela. She's learning English. It is not her first language. So I can hear them say, get in the car, move your ankle, stop resisting, no, I drive. And I'm sitting there going, do you have a warrant? What are you arresting her for? Why are you detaining her? And the ICE agent is hearing me, and I can hear him talking, and he's not responding to me. And he says one time, she didn't fill out a 1099 form.
One time.
That's for work. So, like, wait, what's happening right now? And I now, since I've been going through all of her paperwork, have proof that she has. So, that came straight out of ICE's ass. Lying about why they were detaining. That's a big no-no.
Yeah.
She got taken to Centennial ICE Detention Facility. I followed her there with the location tracker on her iPhone. Whenever I got there, they said I couldn't see her. They had no information as to why she was there. They couldn't tell me anything until she was transferred to Aurora, Colorado. I know you know that name.
Purple
It's not a
underscore
good
crow
place.
720
What the fuck?
said,
This shit's
wait,
crazy.
do you
every
have
time it's
TikTok?
ice. Wait, do you have
I do have TikTok. Yeah. I'm watching some TikToks right now, because, like, I want to talk about controversial stuff, but I don't want to just be talking randomly to myself. So I was just, like, watching, like, the stuff on my TikTok, which tends to be pretty controversial, honestly. And, of course, like, one of the first things that come up is this lesbian woman, I think,
Purple
living in
underscore crow
Colorado.
720
Living in Colorado.
said,
And her
I
girlfriend just
caved
got
and
picked
got
up.
it, hee hee hee.
You what? I caved and got it.
Well, I've had it for a while now. I didn't ever want it because, like, my attention span is already pretty rough. ADHD. Undiagnosed, untreated. Ha ha ha. Success. But what was I saying? I knew it would make it worse, but my friend groups at the time kept, like, asking me to join, kept trying to send me videos, like, and so I just eventually did it. And then they didn't like that I sent them a whole bunch of videos, and then now none of them are my friends, so that's great. Yay! One is the loneliest number.
Oh shit, wait. I was gonna. Hold on. Fuck. Oh, fuck.
Purple underscore crow 720 said, should I give you my user? You can send me 1,000,000 videos and I'll watch them all, bestie.
I haven't watched it. Have you guys ever watched It's Complicated on Hulu? That sounds interesting. What's this?
You look at Elon Musk, he seems like insane and chaotic from the outside. Why does he have the Boring Company? That doesn't make any sense. He's drilling all these tunnels underground. Why would he do that? Well, if he wants to go to Mars, humans aren't going to live on the surface of Mars. They're going to live underground. So you're going to have to build massive tunnel complexes underground.
Yeah,
Well, why does he have
watch
a
this
solar
video.
company? You know, he's going to
I
have to
love
be pretty
this.
good at building
When
power
my
plants.
boyfriend
So
sends
why don't
me
you build
videos
large
I've
solar
been
fields?
watching
Because there's
already,
no real
I'm like,
estate problems on Mars. So you
yeah,
can build like
bitch.
5 miles
Get
of
my
solar field
content on
Mars
your
if you want.
feed.
Why is he building a robotics company? Why does he have all these Tesla bots? You're not going to have 5 million humans show up overnight. Well, you can ship millions of robots ahead of time and use them as your labor force to help build up everything, and they don't need atmosphere or any of these other things. Why does he have an AI company? Well, you need some sort of intelligence to coordinate and run and terraform the planet. Why does he need a battery powered car company? Because you're not going to be running internal combustion and just there's no fossil
Fuck yeah, Purple. Yeah, let's follow each other on TikTok. I
fuels to
fucking love
consume
that.
on Mars, so you need battery powered cars to be able to drive them around. So it's actually coherent when you see that entire framework. He wrote it all down while high and drunk. He's like, this makes so
All
much
high
sense.
and
So
drunk.
smart.
Purple underscore
I'm
crow
so
720 said, your underscore favorite underscore crow.
Okay, let me turn on this.
Hulu movie that my love wants to watch.
With me real quick. It's complicated. Okay. It's complicated. Search. Okay. And let me add you, Purple, to Ticket
She got transferred to Aurora. Call her back later that night.
Of course that's yours. Your favorite crow. That's great. Users, please. Okay. Is this you? Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? That says favorite cow, not crow. I think I wrote it right. Double checking. Or is this you? Is this you? Is this you? Is this you? This you? How do I know which one's you? Crow!
Purple_crow720 said, no, it should have the same PFP as my Twitch.
No information.
The following is intended only for mature
Purple_crow720
audiences. Viewer discretion is
said, sorry I couldn't hear you, my headphones died.
Old friends you get to know.
You're all good. What was I doing? I was turning on a movie. Anyways, I don't know why it's not showing up.
Purple_crow720
Here, follow me.
try Purple Crow.
Here. Wait.
Purple_crow720 said, yeah. Leah's Lifestyle 95 said, Leah's Lifestyle
Oh.
95.
It's the same.
Purple_crow720 said, gimme.
I guess I just use the same thing for everything. I forget I do that. How do I forget I do that? That's funny. gonna be so active this weekend. It's ridiculous. Did you find me? I'm waiting for the last person that followed me was a person called King Hoodoo. Don't know
Purple
who that
underscore
is.
crow 720 said, I'm searching a
I think
Purple
I
underscore
found you.
crow 720 said, found you.
I think I found you too. That's so funny, right? As I like, yep, I did. Ha, that's hilarious. We found each other right as at the same time. Did you just start it? You did say you just started it. Yeah,
The weekend after that.
I have a lot more videos. I'm sorry, you don't have to watch them. It's just me being ridiculous. Oh, and then the movie started. Okay. I haven't watched
Purple
this
underscore crow 720 said, Hagiri he mine is my art. Purple underscore crow 720 said, movie.
Yeah. I like to watch movies. I still haven't figured out how to be able to watch movies without getting in trouble. Like, because they want you to, like, talk through it and stuff, and I'm fine with doing that. But, like, there's some parts where, like, I just want to enjoy the movie. But they don't want you to do that. They want you to continuously be talking. And I'm just like, I get it. Commenting. It matters. But fuck. What color is this?
Purple underscore
It's
crow
15.
720
Forgot what I was doing there for a second.
Dude, a storm just started where I am and it started the shit out of me.
like a thunderstorm?
Purple underscore crow 720 said, you're.
I love thunderstorms. They're my favorite. I love the way they sound. But you're right, caught off guard, they are pretty scary.
Purple underscore crow 720 said, I do too.
I don't know if you will ever experience it, but one of my favorite experiences is when you're somewhere really warm and it starts raining really heavy, and like the water is like so warm because it's like taking the heat out of the air. Fuck, it feels so good. It's like a shower outside. I don't know how to explain it. It's just so relaxing and it makes you want to dance and laugh and be childish. Skip. 15. Okay, so this is a clear setup of a mom and dad get divorced, have three grown adult kids, or mostly adult kids, and the dad gets a hot young wife, or girlfriend. And then eventually the old people fall back in love, because whatever reason. That's where I'm perceiving this going. heard of them.
They're gonna go see
I'm
her.
gonna watch
Couldn't do
this.
anything. It's now
Purple
day
underscore
5
Crow 720
since
said, I prefer cold, gloomy, heavy rain, but if it floats or goat, then I'm happy.
I mean, it's fine. I like that if I'm gonna have a coffee and a book and lay in bed and cuddle and watch movies. But like, you know, every
Stream
now and
Elements
again, it's nice. Like
said,
when I was in Japan,
Party Popper,
one of
join
the
our
big
awesome
things that
community on Discord
happened
for more fun,
while I was
updates, and
there
exclusive content.
was
Click the link and
it
let's
was
keep the good
raining for a
vibes
few
going even
days,
after the stream.
and we went and bought kimonos, and we were like getting back to the Airbnb still dressed up in these kimonos, and it just starts downpouring rain, and it was the most enjoyable, warm, rainy kimono walk ever. You know what I mean? So it's like, it just kind of depends on where you're at.
she was detained. We still don't know why she is detained. Can't get that information. Whenever I went up for visitation yesterday, they said that because I am not family and I am not an attorney, they cannot tell me why she's being detained. I was like, it's not public record kind of thing. You know, whenever you get sent to jail, kind of
Yeah.
get your charge posted.
Yeah.
I'm like, nope. Only friends or only family or attorney. Her aunt went up there after me, her blood-related aunt, and they said they couldn't tell her anything.
Oh my god, yes,
They
it's
could
a
give her no
fucking
information.
lie. It's a lie.
We have been reaching out to attorneys. We can't get callbacks. We have one attorney that we found, and we're going to see how that goes. We are trying to sell her car to help pay for the attorney. I am going to be applying for grants and everything, because there is some assistance programs and whatnot. But here's where I need the help. I need financial resources to get her out. I need her home. It's just 6 days after her 30th birthday.
Wow,
And the
she's
day
30.
we were supposed to leave to go to my family. Gone. 6 days after her birthday.
That's probably how they knew, though. Honestly, I know this is really sad to say, but this is how they knew. They got the tickets. They flew. They knew where she was going. They knew when she was going to leave. They knew they'd have all the stuff packed up and not expecting it. They purposely caught them off guard. That was totally a knowledgeable and educated choice that happened, and I think that's something to be really concerned about, is the fact that they have access to that information, that they can track us like that. That they are tracking us like that, where they know when to grab somebody. They're like, oh, well, we know they're leaving from work at this time, so we'll grab them then. And people post and comment and on social media and stuff. Like, even if they couldn't track you through, like, the stuff you bought and shit, like, we tell them all the time. We share our location and crap. So I think it's really important that people take VPNs and their security safe more. Like, I don't, but, like, I'm a white bitch in America. Like, I'm literally one of the most privileged people here in the US, so it's like, I don't have to worry about that. But I think most people that are not white should definitely be protecting themselves right now from the government watching them, because they are watching us. That's just been a thing. We've been having to accept them recording and saving the data of, like, us talking through our microphones for years now, a good 10 years now. So that's how they're doing it, if anyone's curious.
I need grants to apply for. I need financial assistance.
And then, of course,
within,
on this video, I'm liking, commenting, and
immigration
sharing.
attorneys.
Keep it going.
I need information onto what I can actually do. We have no answers. We have no reason. I
They set it up like this too to
no
make it really
idea what to
difficult.
do.
Yeah,
And
they.
every day
Why
I
would
wake
they
up
want
and there's a
educated
new
people to know
problem.
how to get people out of
I will
a
fix
illegal
it, I will solve it, I
situation
will
that
figure it out.
the government's
But it's
putting them in,
really
right?
really,
Crow
really hard.
720 said, up where I am, a few towns over, ICE detained natives cause they couldn't tell the difference of ethnicity, and the process did take a while to release them.
Yeah, there's one guy who it was a police officer who off duty got fucking detained by ICE, and he's like from Jamaica or something like that, and he's like, it's literally going to be like a cop. He's like, it's literally going to be faster and cheaper for me just to allow you to tell me to leave and then come back. Like, that's like, so he just like allowed them to deport him and then like came back, and I'm just like, that's fucking crazy. he's lucky, right? He's somebody with money, he's somebody with connection, he's somebody who had that choice. Not a lot of people get that choice, and a lot of people from Mexico aren't even getting the choice to go back home. They're fucking keeping them in camps and shit. So it's like, it's nuts, man. This shit's crazy. I can't believe Alaska's acting like that up there, though. I would think that, like, because, like, that area is disconnected from the U.S., that maybe the marshals and, like, the government people up there would be kind. You're in Minnesota. Who's in Alaska that I was talking to?
LOL.
You're in Minnesota. Damn, dude. How's Minnesota? I was talking to someone yesterday about Alaska, I think. Wasn't that you, Purple?
Purple_crow 720 said, I'm Alaska and Minnesotan native.
Oh, so we were talking about your home Alaska,
Purple_crow
but
720
you're in
said,
Montana.
Yeah, we were talking about it, LOL.
Okay. I just took that information and made assumptions. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see. That's only half the
Getting
thing.
that information. With all of the information I have, her work visa is valid through 2030. Her passport is valid.
Oh yeah,
until
but
I
that
think
doesn't matter.
2029.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
She's got her social security card. She's done her taxes. She
That doesn't
has
matter.
done everything
That matters
that she
anymore.
is supposed to,
Yeah, they don't care.
and we still don't know why she's being detained.
Yeah, because
Now
she's
we've also thought about
Because she's not a true U.S. citizen. Whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean, considering the white people here, like, literally massacred all the indigenous people for it. But, hey, if you're not a true American, you should just be sent back where the fuck you came from. Whatever the fuck that means. I just think that's the most hilarious thing. I'd love to see, like, all these white people try and go back to the countries that their families came from. And even within that, I think it's hilarious because, like, because of all of this that's been going on, we're kind of going back, and I'm like hearing people say things like, "Oh, I'm not like a true white," and I've never heard that in my entire life, being called a true white.
Purple_crow 720
And it's like the
said,
English people versus
Hostiles
like,
on our homeland's disappointed face.
yeah, no joke, huge hostiles. But but and it makes sense to me after it got explained, but I'm like, what the fuck's a true white? And a true white's like Englishmen, right? Whereas like the second generation whites are people like Irish. Like the Irish people
Purple_crow 720
were not considered white for a
said,
really long time.
Aryan AHH type shit.
Italians weren't considered white for a really long time. Like there's so many like groups of people who are now considered to be a part of the white group because they're white passing, or like they have enough white born people there genetically that like they get to be considered. Like, I don't fucking know. This shit's weird. Honestly, I hate it. The more I learn about it, the more it makes me angry, and I try just to accept that it's just like a weird thought process that has been passed down from generations, and that before this time people were in more of a survival mode than we are now. I honestly think half the wars and everything that's happening politically is because people start realizing that we're moving into a more comfortable and safe environment, and they panic because they don't know what that means, and they don't know how to behave like that, you know. And so, you know, you're asking somebody who was used to being yelled at their entire lives and being told that they're a piece of shit and whatnot, and that's how they need to, like, other people are pieces of shit more than them because of based on their color of their skin or where they come from. So, like, I get the generational trauma and, like, the thought process, but, man, you would think that we would have worked just a little bit faster on moving past it. Just a little. Because, like, maybe this is my privilege. Maybe this is, you know, something I get that not many people get, but the way I perceive the world, I don't understand. Like, even my mother's fucking racist, and some of the things she says, I'm like, how could you say that? Like, how could you ever think about looking at another mother and her children and saying, yeah, you deserve to be deported and your child deserves to be thrown in, like, care, and some other woman deserves to take care of your baby because she's gonna be better than you because she's a real white American woman. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, what is that shit? Like, because that's what people, whether people are saying that directly or not, that's what people are saying. You don't have to say it that directly. When you say, I think people should be deported, like, that's what you're agreeing to. You're agreeing that they are not worthy of their children, they're not worthy of due process, they're not worthy of respect, and that they should just be thrown wherever the fuck, you know, it makes sense for us to use them, and some other white woman should raise their child to make sure that they're white enough, like, thinking enough. That's it. And it's so fucked up. And it's so exhausting to, like, try and get those people to understand that when, like, it comes to me so naturally. And I grew up living in that, being indoctrinated in that. So, I don't know. It's just so hard for me to see how people don't eventually see it. I'm like, I get, you know, for a time, I get that. You're indoctrinated into it. That's all you know. But then, like, you know, there's books, and there's people, and there's internet, and you see shit, and you hear shit, and you talk to people. Like, you can find your own information. Why don't people do that? And when they do that, why don't they believe it? That's a big question for me. I don't understand why when people search for information and then they obtain it, they don't want to believe it. They're like, no, this cannot be true. And I understand that thought process, but then at some point you have to accept the information after you've heard it so many times. That's like that. This is like the same situation where, like, people believe the earth is flat. Like, you are allowed to believe that, and I'm allowed to believe that you're an idiot, because, like, you can't have multiple countries putting shit ton of funds into, like, the race to outer space and think it's fake. I'm sorry, the governments don't have the time, resources, or the desire to fake it that hard for us. They don't. They don't care about what we think that much. They care about controlling what we think. I agree on that, for sure. But they don't care what we think about them. If we think they're absolute trash, it's very clear they just don't care. I think it's us, we're seeing how much they don't care what we think about them. Because they're just acting on however the fuck they feel, whether or not it's dividing the country more. They would talk about bringing the country together, but they'd rather see people fight and, like, attack each other and watch, you know, our military be forced to do terrible things to, not even forced, those people are allowing. I just watched a video, actually, talking about
Purple underscore crow 720
which makes sense, because I just don't get how you could harm somebody without being fucked up. Really, really fucked up. On drugs, mentally, I don't know, some shit. You have to be fucked up to be harming other people. And money, I get money can be a persuader, for sure, but you could not pay me enough money to throw anybody on the floor, physically arrest them, and then throw them into a detention center in which I know they will not return from. You can't. You can't. You could not pay me. I would literally kill myself. Like, if they forced me into clothes and then put me in a car and I'm like, go, I would literally drive that car off the side of the road into a river. No, into another car to kill another one of those people. That's what I do. See, you couldn't even have to pay me to kill someone terribly. I would do it for free, knowing it would save somebody else's life. So it's not even like the harming of other person. It's like, I know that if I go, I may as well take one of them out with me. Like, I know you're gonna harm them whether I'm here or not, so, like, let's go together, buddy. Like, if I knew the person was fully cooperative.
Said, help real though.
No, I cry. Like, I just, like, I don't know, like, if I was at the point where I really need the money and I joined ICE, right? I wouldn't do my job. I would make them pay me for as long as possible not doing my job. Like, probably even doing the opposite of my job and giving out information on what's happening. Fuck, should I do that? Should I join ICE just to do... Could I get in trouble when I go to prison for that? Like, how prison-y is this? If they find me out, what's the likelihood of me being, like, exited? Not my choice. Like, what's... I feel like we might need some undercover ICE agents. Oh gosh, me just saying this on live, there's totally gonna be somebody at my door tomorrow. Okay, if there is, I'll let you guys know. Well, I'll keep you up to date on like how they're listening in. Because I actually might do a little googly search on if they're searching for ICE agents here. I could take the job, do nothing, give out the information I am getting, and give the money back to like Black Lives Matter and other like affiliations and shit. Like, yeah, okay, I like this. I wonder if I could start a group of people who could do that, so that way a bunch of us do it, and then they're all gonna have to be white women though, I swear. It's gonna have to be a group of like white women to do this, just in the hopes to not get in trouble as much. How prison-y is this? Okay, it felt like the right terminology for the situation, okay? Everything has like a prison-y level, you know? The prison-y level of like 5 to 10 is typically things that you do on accident. Like, you know, if you lived on a big farm for a while and you wanted to set this old barn on fire because you didn't want to pay for the permits to take it down, and then they send you for the federal prison for arsonery. Saw that happen once in court. Real thing. Anyways, this planning, like pre-planning, recording, and having it like out on the internet for them to find in case I get in trouble seems like at least a 50% prison-y chance, you know? Like, they're like, no, you this was pre-planned. You even said it on the internet, saved it and everything. And I would be like, yeah, I mean, it is on the internet, isn't it? Probably something I should have kept to myself if I really want to do. Something I'm still gonna look into anyways. Fuck the consequences. Maybe not just save this video. I'll just delete this stream afterwards so people can't watch it. So all that are here, you're welcome. Once in a lifetime chance. Listening to Leah pre-organize going against our government and abusing it. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do in a collapsing economy. You gotta do what you gotta do in a Russia take over your USA country. You know what I mean? You. This is all for one for all kind of like moments.
Exclusive for me. Purple_crow720 said.
I love that. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love how I've completely stopped painting now, though, just to make that little rant. I couldn't help it. It was worth it. It was worth it for me. It made me smile. Well, the old couple that got divorced got really drunk and had sex again. Okay, let's watch the rest of this video.
Rates with this. Best case and worst case scenario. Best case, and it's all in the way you look at it, is best case she gets released.
Yeah.
That's really cool, but she can't go to work now. How are we supposed to live? This country doesn't pay me enough to fucking provide, 2 people off of 1 income.
Yep.
That's not an option.
No joke.
So the best case is for her to get out and then
their lives. Yeah.
not work, which is the problem that everybody say all these immigrants aren't working, or they are working. She was working, you went to her job and you deported her, or you detained her. She's not gonna be able to work because she doesn't need to deal with ICE like this, and y'all are saying that they don't work when it's not safe.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. In the next video, I will do another. No, fuck it, we'll do it now. So whenever I was up at the detention center yesterday and waiting in line to get information on her, family in front of me. A mom with a little boy in a carrier under the age of 1. Her little girl didn't even come to my hip. I'm short. The little girl is 2 years old. I'm sitting there talking with Mom, and we're talking about our ICE experiences. She's going to Telemundo with the video that she has because she needs compensation.
Telemundo, Jesus fucking
When
Christ.
they were pulled over, her whole family in the car. They were pulled over by ICE
Yeah.
and had their window half rolled down so that they could talk to ICE.
Of course. That'd be
ICE starts yelling at them and cussing profanities.
Of
Get the
course.
F out of the car, get the F out of the car.
Jesus
While
fucking Christ.
the mom was in the front seat, a 3-year-old autistic boy was in the back with his 2-year-old sister and the baby. Okay? Put that into perspective. Yelling profanity. They busted the window,
Oh, fuck.
pull the dad out of the car. Well, when the window busts, glass goes all over the kids.
Of course.
So this 3-year-old is on the side of the window where he's seeing his dad choked and beaten on the side of the road by ICE. This poor autistic boy is screaming, "They're choking my dad. They're choking my daddy. They're beating my dad." After the man is detained by ICE and taken away, the mom has to take the children to the ER, which they stay for 24
Jesus.
hours because the autistic boy has reached his maximum as far as dealing with
All of that.
stimulating
Yeah.
circumstances. The guy is
They fucking
way overstimulated.
Traumatized that baby.
To say the least, he saw
Goddamn.
his dad beaten and choked on the side of the street by ICE.
Yep.
The
Fucking
2-year-old little girl, which I just tried to make smile and say that she was tough and everything, had a black eye.
Jesus.
This little 2-year-old girl had a black eye because they beat in the window to get to her dad, and the glass flew all over her, cutting her eye and giving her a fucking black eye.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, talk about learning how to de-escalate. That sounds like
The 3-year-old boy hasn't slept since, and that
Oh,
was on
fuck
Saturday.
No, yeah, they're
What
fucking
day is it?
traumatized. They're waiting to be fucking
Tuesday?
taken.
No
Yeah,
telling how the
the
little
children
boy's
think
doing. I
just-
couldn't imagine.
Yeah,
the
could you
trauma.
imagine being a fucking 2-year-old and watching your fucking parent be stolen from their own vehicle for no reason after, like, they beat in and broke your vehicle, and then you watch them brutally almost kill your parent and stuff them in a car and take them away so you can't ever see them again? I wouldn't sleep. I fucking wouldn't sleep. I'd be waiting. Like, when do they come for me? When are they gonna beat me till I'm almost dead? When are they gonna do that to my mom? When are they gonna do that to my... Like, come on. It's for the children. They ain't... anybody who says that they're for children and then also agrees with this, liars. You're a lying piece of shit. Accept it.
It's out of control.
It's been out of control.
And being in that detention facility, my heart broke. I felt so hollow. And they're listening to these stories of these families, and this mom just wants to know, are their husband not working and her watching the kids? Who's going to pay for the window? Who's going to pay for the emergency bills?
No one.
They're saying that they're not going to get violent. ISIS
And you know what's
violent.
really sad about this?
I don't know if you guys know, but if you don't make money and you pay bills without having that money, you can go to jail. My mom went to jail for writing checks that wouldn't pass. She did it a few times, and guess what? Went to jail. So that mom eventually will go to jail for trying to pay her bills without being able to
Pay for them. So they just took the dad away. They'll take the mom away eventually. Those kids will go to foster care. So wow, weird. We're back to this place where everything people are agreeing with are forcing it so these children have to live with white women. Interesting. Sounds very familiar.
Do not buy the Dr. Malaxin peel shot because of what it can do for
Oh my
look
God.
at you. Look how far.
Let's see what else we
This
can
is
find.
awesome. The Good and Clear Lung Tea is one of my absolute favorites. Because you can tell the impact that it's
Lung
making,
tea?
like, fairly quick.
Okay, I
My
think I got all the
house is a
15
mess. Sorry.
guys.
And mullein is such a good herb. This is my home apothecary, by the way.
Yeah, all the
for
15's
helping
done.
to Clean out
Wait.
the lungs
No,
and
one
keep
more.
the airway clear and the sinuses and all the good. And having asthma is actually the reason that I created this tea in the first place, because I personally have asthma and I struggle with like when I get sick, or like when there's wildfire, which feels like every single summer. We spend the entire summer breathing in Canada's wildfire smoke. I'm here in Minnesota and it has been rough, but this blend is so phenomenal for helping to kind of clear up that stuff that settles in the lungs. And even if you're like a smoker or a past smoker or whatever you're smoking, it's so helpful for getting the stuff out of your lungs.
All right,
I also
girl.
love to keep this blend on hand all the time. I
Suggesting.
make it, so of course I just have it all the time. But it's a really great thing for
Woo!
people to
5
have on
down.
hand for cold and flu season, because it is so helpful for
Next
keeping
color,
the respiratory
number
clear.
16.
And keeping the respiratory clear
Fuck
is really
yeah.
important, because letting mucus and stuff like sit in your nasal cavity and sit in your lungs eventually becomes.
Because this is about racism. And if you can't hear it from them, then hear it from me. As a white woman and a daughter of a man of privilege and power, he knew that his strength was to bring people that didn't look like him to the table of government. And so 50 years later, after Barbara Jordan, aided by white people to have a voice, the first woman of color elected to the South, a woman who sat in the impeachment of Nixon, a woman who said that finally, after amendment, debate, and vote, I am finally part of we the people. To stand here as a 50-year-old woman and know that we now go back in time.
Hey.
So let's talk about cowardice.
Let's talk about what you're doing. Who
Because
are you?
if you knew you could win this next election, you
Texas
wouldn't
State
be
Rep
taking
Ann
this
Johnson
effort
clapped
to
back
try to
at
steal
GOP
5
members.
seats from elected officials
Alright.
that
I like
members
it.
of color elected to represent them in Washington, D.C. You wouldn't be doing everything you can to take this coalition of diversity
Mm-hmm.
and
Go off.
stand up at the mic and say, why are we doing this? Because we can.
Yeah, that's right.
And you shield your racism with your party,
Hey.
with ignorance
Hey.
and arrogance,
Hey.
to come up here and say, to be honest with you, I haven't read the bill from the other side.
Oh my
To be
fucking
honest
god.
with you,
No,
I
they did
haven't
not.
talked to the lawyers to be.
How do you
this
not
before.
know? Is she literally?
Because you think
This is why I can't watch those like things. I would love to watch them, but I just watch people who talk about them, because when I have watched when Congress and when like jury like the juries and when like the Supreme Court and stuff like chat with each other, when like we see representatives talking with each other, like it's either all fake where they're like fakely smiling and handshaking each other and nodding along to stuff, or it's like they're just making the dumbest comments, especially the higher up they go to each other, and they just start acting like children. I hate watching that crap. I can't handle it. I'm like, I'm 30, and since I've been 20, that shit has been annoying as fuck to me, and I can't get the pieces of what they're saying out of like the crap that they throw out there. So I just watch the people who normally talk about it, or clips where people take good sections from stuff. So it's hearing her say that, like, you rarely hear anyone speak out about how, you know, people hide behind their, you know, political stance, and they're like, well, I believe, and it's like, that's cool. Still racist. Still racist. You can believe whatever the fuck you want. It's still racist. How freeing is that? You can believe it, but guess what, buddy? It's still racist. That's how it works. Doesn't change just because you want it to be different.
think that people will give you grace on ignorance and arrogance around party because you
Like, how do you not read or learn everything you need to before going to these things? That doesn't make any sense. It's like they're purposely not prepared. I mean, they are purposely not prepared, but, like, it's your job. That's all we pay you to do.
can't admit that the root of all of this is about racism and power. A power grab. A pure power grab. And so I'm going to ask, don't shake your head.
I'm gonna ask them.
Because I'm going to give you a moment to prove what you mean behind that. Because when Donald Trump called Georgia Republicans and said, hey, boys, I need you to steal me almost 12,000 votes. To those men credit, they said, no, sir. We already know what Governor Abbott said. Because this is about racism. And if you can't hear it from them, then hear it from
Interesting
me.
she's talking about the votes, though. I wasn't expecting that. Like, out of everything, that's what she's talking about right now are votes. Like, come on. We already know he did it. Let's just move on. Let's just move on. Take care of what's happening right now.
It's not by mistake. Your consciousness drew me in.
Oh, I love these.
I didn't use any hashtags on this post.
They're always so positive and uplifting. You gotta listen to positive, uplifting stuff while you do this shit.
You to do. Go ahead and look at the exact time, wherever you are, right now. Now drop that same time in the comments. Type in angel number with the timestamp. Now go to TikTok search and do the same thing. Receive your angel message for the day.
That's so sweet. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Alignment with your soul's purpose. None of these are the same. That's the funny thing about like numbers like that is like whenever I go on here, none of them are like the same. I love doing it just out of fun, but
Babe, where are the kids?
it's consistent.
Don't look away. Please, don't look away.
Of course
We
not.
are still here, still
know.
counting the days.
And I'm
Today
still commenting
it's
and
been more
still
than
sharing.
630 days, and every single one hurts more than the last every day. Something worse happens every day. We lose more, not just things, but people.
I actually
places,
haven't
dreams.
been seeing
Every day,
Basan's stuff
someone
pop up as
disappeared.
much,
Today it happened
which is
again,
unfortunate.
right here in my own neighborhood, a simple place where people go to bed to feel human again, just for a moment, and just like that, it turned
Yeah, they bombed like a big coastal area where people were relaxing and trying to survive, which was really fucking sad.
to put the pain aside, just for a little while, but they didn't make it back home. Why? What did they do wrong? We are exhausted. We have lost more than we can explain. But what hurts the most is how easy it's become for the world to look away. Please,
I don't think people are
don't
looking
look
away,
look
but I can
away.
imagine that it
Talk
feels
about
like that.
us, share something, even one post, one word, one voice. It matters. It makes us
It does
seen.
matter.
It keeps us here. We don't want to disappear. That's enough. That's enough. Don't look away. Please, don't look away. If you can.
I became a data analyst at 40 without going to tech school. Here's how I did it and how you can too.
Oh, I
I had
don't
zero.
care. I don't care. I hate that shit.
Please don't escape, don't scroll. I couldn't get food today, brother, sister, my friend, who live in Allah, bless you, please help me. Please help me, I feel angry, my children angry, no food, no money, no water, no anything. Allah bless, donation, save my family, food, donation, give back $25, save my family, please.
Reminder that there have been no updates regarding the 8 men who were deported to South Sudan last month,
Of course, no.
despite only one of them
Oh
being
my gosh, and in talking about that, some of the places that they're deporting people back to, it's so ridiculous because, like, Sudan, for example, people have been coming from Sudan for, like, safety for a long ass time. Like, we have been taking in refugees from Sudan for forever. There has been, like, a long time has been like support to try and give Sudan aid. Like there's been continuous aid to them. I don't think it's good, I don't think it's adequate, I don't think it's proper, but you know there's some like people are trying and that's something. And so to hear them like sending people back to countries like this, like to Sudan, where like there's nothing there and they're definitely going to die, or because like what's happening in Sudan is like there's these groups of people that are killing and raping
And because like there's no food, there's nothing, so it's like, you know, people panic and freak out and create things to try and make sure their people are getting, you know, what they need. And so what they do is they kill the men, they rape the women, they keep the male babies, and they raise them to do what they're doing. It's really fucked up. That's how it's happening right now.
We are not being told where they are being held, and if they're being held anywhere, but there have been no updates. In addition to that, 5 people were recently sent to that's why I'm looking at them. In addition to that, 8 more people were sent to Eswatini, and the U.S. has struck deals with the following countries to be accepting ICE detainees, regardless of whether they're from there or not.
Oh my
and it's supposed to be just like a temporary stop. But, I mean, look at CCOT. If you have not looked at Google images of that, I encourage you to do so. We also just, again, have not heard anything about South Sudan, so... And there's travel advisories for South Sudan. If you try to book a ticket over there, it's a level 4. It's literally telling you, do not travel to South Sudan. But they want us to believe that this is just going to be a little pit stop for these people.
Yeah.
Anyways, the following countries are Honduras, Kosovo, Guatemala, Panama, Costa Rica, again, obviously, El Salvador, Eswatini, Rwanda, South Sudan, Paraguay, and most recently, Uganda. A lot of these deals have been very secretive, so we know that they are going to be helping the U.S., you know, hold ICE detainees there, but we don't know what the other end of the deal is. Again, all of this, I feel like first off, it's not getting enough coverage, but
I just don't understand. Why are other countries helping?
I don't know. I don't want this to be like fear-mongering, but it's not. Like, this is real and it's happening and it's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, especially...
Reminder that there have been no updates regarding the 8 men who were deported to South Sudan last month, despite only one of them being from there. We are not being told where they are being held, and if they're being held anywhere, but there have been no updates. In addition to that, 5 people were recently sent to that's why I'm looking over there. In addition to that, 8 more people were sent to Eswatini.
Real talk, I'm so glad that I have the opportunity to answer this question. I did not expect that post to blow up the way that it did, but I'm really glad that it did because we need to be talking about this. I was expecting this to get maybe my normal.
Let's see,
And then he realizes
trying to be normal, but you know that Sudan has been in stage 5 famine since August. Yeah. And I even like the comment.
Real talk, I'm so glad that
and
I have
said,
the
what can we do? And so
opportunity to answer this question. I did not expect that post to blow up the way that it did, but I'm really glad that it did because we need to be talking about this. I was expecting this to get maybe my normal 200 views, 10 likes, that kind of thing, but I feel like now we have the entire collective aware that, yeah, it's really been that bad for almost a year now. To your question, what can we do? I really, really recommend that everybody go to Beast on Blast page and go to her Linktree and contribute to the crowdfunding campaigns in her Linktree for the Sudanese organizations and individuals who need our funds. The United States dollar, the USD, goes so far in Sudan. 1 USD equals 600 Sudanese pounds and 33 cents. So imagine how far $10 can go. Imagine how far $20 can go. I make jewelry. This is my Sudanese Sudara bracelet, which 100% of the funds are donated to Sudan. And I'm not saying that to promote the bracelet, but just to share that, you know, the experience that I had donating to one of those campaigns in Beast on Blast Linktree was genuinely energetically the most like fulfilling thing I have done in a really long time. So I encourage you, if you are interested in helping Sudanese people recover from the trauma that we now know comes with stage 5 famine, and I highly recommend that you go to Beast on Blast page, click through the Linktree, and tap through and donate. We need to redistribute our wealth, our American wealth, our Western wealth, whatever we have. The cost of a Starbucks coffee could feed so many people and save so many lives. So let's be ethical, let's have integrity, and let's share the wealth. There's a bumblebee right in front of me. But yeah, thanks for asking, and I hope this helped. Let's free Sudan.
Real talk, I'm suing a man who's been stalking me for 105 days. He's my ex-coworker. He records everything that I do. I have proof that he used company software to access my computer and watch me through my screen. Proof that he listens to my phone, and proof that he's been tracking my location non-stop. I'm taking his ass to civil court, but I need to get digital forensics first. And I can't afford it because I'm currently unemployed. That's why I started this page, and that's why I'm asking for your help. Every repost, comment, and share helps to push this story out, and it helps to make it harder for him to hide. This is what digital stalking looks like, and the only way that I can hold him accountable is with proof that holds up in civil court. So if you want to help me fight back, share this video, leave a comment, and repost. And if you'd like to go further, my GoFundMe is in my bio. Every dollar goes directly towards digital forensics and legal help. The one thing standing between him walking free or being held accountable. To everyone who's
Western centric, and that does leave quite a bit of room to grow in the context of inclusivity as it pertains to other parts of the world that have contributed massively.
Your house looks a little messy. Let a pro clean it. That's an ad. That's hilarious. I just read that. I cannot stress this enough. Tell the crows.
If this is not,
Palestinian Small Business Find of the Day. This is Zata from Joahed. They are running a sale right now, 10% off. And if you've been meaning to try this, go ahead and check it out today. And per usual, even if you cannot purchase, please just add to cart. Help support this Palestinian small business. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great rest of your day. And Jazakallah khair, guys. Palestinian Small Business Find of the Day. This is Zata from Joahed. They are running a
Raise your hand if you've ever had a sketchy.
These ads, though.
Insane. Especially Pennsylvania traffic. And you know what I just found out? I have a name to blame for all traffic in Pennsylvania. In fact, it's a name that's going to make the traffic in Pennsylvania even worse, baby. And I got it. It's up here in my noodle. And I'm going to share not only the name, but the face. Here it is. Joe Pittman. Joe Pittman. Have you heard of that guy?
No.
I've never heard of him before.
Okay.
Apparently, he's the majority leader of the Pennsylvania State
You seem
Senate.
very upset about this, sir.
We have our own
He's
Senate
so
in
angry.
Pennsylvania. And Joe Pittman right here is the guy who runs it. Not only is he the guy who runs it, he's the guy who decides whether or not they even show up to work. And Joe Pittman has only worked 25 days in the last 6 months. And the reason why that's important for traffic is because right now in Pennsylvania, every bus system in this fucking state is about to start cutting services because we don't have a budget. We don't have the budget set up. And the governor of Pennsylvania, the Pennsylvania State House, has been desperately trying to negotiate with the Pennsylvania State Senate. And the Pennsylvania State Senate isn't even fucking there because Joe Pittman keeps putting them on vacation. For the last 163 days, out of the last 188, Pennsylvania State Senate hasn't even been in session.
Wow.
And you know what's crazy about that? Joe Pittman gets paid $106,422.33
He should be fired.
and he hasn't even been at work. He hasn't even been there.
What
So I did the math.
You know what's funny? It's these same people that say people won't be working and asking for free money. It's the same people saying that people aren't working hard enough to support the government or to support, their part of the due pay that be doing shit like this. It's fucking crazy.
The math. We, Pennsylvania taxpayers, no matter where you live, whether it be Reading, whether it be Centralia, whether it be Erie, whether it be Pittsburgh, whether it be Philly, it doesn't matter. If you've ever driven through Pennsylvania and you paid a state tax or maybe buying a Pepsi, you've helped pay $47,525.59 to Joe Pittman's bank account for him to not fucking fix our buses. And right now they're about to cut buses, they're about to cut trains, they're about to cut subways and trolleys and shuttles and the L and all these other different things that's gonna pour traffic into your morning commute. You're gonna be looking at more bumpers. You're gonna be looking at more trucks. You're gonna be looking at more people and more road cones. And you're gonna be late to more things. And as you're screaming at your steering wheel, I want you to scream, Joe Pittman. Because Joe Pittman, the state senator from Indiana, Pennsylvania, who currently is the majority leader of the Republican Party in the Pennsylvania State Senate, he is the reason that you are stuck in traffic. Keep that in mind.
I love
He's
this man's
counting on
anger.
you, not knowing his name, or not knowing that he looks like this.
These are the people we
stuck
should
in
really
traffic
be
or
angry
down
about.
there, but as you go up, less people to.
Today was my daughter's orientation
Okay,
for
I
going
think
back to school.
all
We were in
we
the car and
left
we're talking
a
about
few
school
more spots on the bottom down here.
and what she is expecting, and she goes, "Mama, what if they don't like me being Arab?" Arab. First of all, I was very surprised that this came out of her, and then I told her, "Mama, listen, you are Arab and we like it. If they don't like it, it's okay. We'll find someone. We'll find our people, and we'll find someone who likes us." And I got this in the package in the mail today, and I think it's perfect timing. This is from Third Culture, and she sent us. She sent us
There we go.
a teddy bear with a kufiya on, and that's what she's going to wear to school, her first day of school on Monday. Look how cute. You guys, if you have a kiddo in your life, I think this is a perfect, cute, small piece to go back to school, wear it to school. They will see the teddy bear, but with a kufiya on. They will love bring questions, talking about Palestine. So yes. Today was
Allah's timing is always right. Sometimes even in ways that are.
If you are tired of watching us, we are tired of asking for help too. But I have to do it to save 8 members of my family. So please, I need 5,000 people to use this audio to give my family a second chance to live a normal life like any other family in the whole world. Please do it for me and my family. All details in my bio.
Allah's timing is always right. Sometimes even in ways that are.
If you are tired of watching us, we are tired of asking for help too. But I have to do it to save 8 members of my family. So please, I need 5,000 people to use this audio to give my family a second chance to live a normal life.
Ooh, a rock band. Let's see what they do. Make some music. Music. Show us what you got, bees.
That was fun. Yeah. Alright, what else? We're gonna get deep right now.
Come on. What are you gonna do?
What do we got? What about in the arsenal? You guys want to do an original? Yeah, let's do Ace of Spades down. 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 That looks like a command. Right now. You want to play it? We could try.
I'm texting.
This was so nice and relaxing, and the lavender ice cream was the best relaxation I've ever had in my life.
Oh, thanks. I always make ice cream when I can't sleep, so I'm never afraid to give it to you.
Great getting to know you.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Okay, back. Sorry, had to text. You know how it is. Oh. Oh, they're playing. No,
Hey,
that's
what's
not
that
okay.
casting platform your actor friend
They're
uses?
whatever.
Backstage.
Why backstage?
Sexy biscuits. So this past week, my mom treated me to a trip to Atlantic City. We went to Caesars. There's Chef Ramsay. Yeah, he is all over Atlantic City. Like, this is his pub and everything. And I love the pretty ceiling, Caesars, and isn't that Nick Harrison? This guy. Anyway, and it's so pretty, and isn't it beautiful? I really do. It's like one of the prettiest hotels. Service is Chef Ramsay again. I'll tell you, that man is Caesar. We gonna come back to him. Chef Ramsay again. Like, can I borrow a couple dollars? This store cracked me up. it's a shame that it closed down. Isn't that cool, y'all? And it was just me and my mom looking gorgeous, you know. Now listen, look at these nail spas, right? They're awesome. They're amazing. Like, I want all of them, right? They got a queen one. But let me ask y'all something. You have never seen anything like this. Look who they got. Gus. When have you ever seen anything? We got Gus. Listen, either somebody needs to hit the number or I need to become famous because I need money, because I need all of them. Look at that.
Because I need money, because I need all of them.
There's me and my mom again cutting up in front of the statue. Now, speaking of the statue, okay, we see him standing there, right? Sis, I'm about to zoom in a minute because I got questions because it made me feel uncomfortable. Why you got a naked baby sitting down there?
Because they didn't see babies as babies. Lois Lady. She's a friend. I have to watch my friend videos when they're here. I don't know if you guys be skipping your friend videos, but I'm not. You my friend, I watch your videos.
So I wasted calories. But there's Chef Ramsay again. He's like a stalker. Everywhere you look, you see his face. Boom, there he is again.
Maybe Chef Ramsay owns Las Vegas and we just don't know it yet.
Can I borrow $50? Damn.
Can I borrow $50?
It was a beautiful day, and I can't wait to go play. Love y'all. Sips.
Let's see what else we can find.
Hey guys, Reverend Michael here, and I've got a challenge for you guys. So this is the Palestinian flag, and I want to see 1,000,000 of these guys. So I want it to be the most popular flag.
I don't know why he's doing that.
How Jews across the world are connected to the land of Israel.
Oh, yeah, sure. That sounds awesome.
Well, in other words, how we have maintained our indigenous status to the land of Israel.
Oh. Well, it's not really possible to be indigenous to two places at the same time. For example, human life originated out of Ethiopia, but we all don't look like Ethiopians. Like, for example, we're all of the same species. We're Homo sapiens sapien, but we all physically appear and look differently because over generations, over hundreds or thousands of years, our physical bodies adapt to our environment and what resources are or are not available in said environment. So you're definitely using the word indigenous incorrectly, but let's hear what the rest of it is you have to say.
So ancestral connection to the land, it goes without saying that we have our religious traditions, which are inherently tied to the land.
By this logic, all Abrahamic religions and its followers have ancestral ties to the land. So that would mean Muslims and Christians also have ancestral ties to the Levant.
Festivals are Passover.
Oh shit, that would be crazy. If Christians and everyone were trying to go there too.
Of the land of Israel.
A lot of religions and faiths have different festivals based on the seasons, and it's a geographical location that receives seasonal cycles. So I don't think that this is a good arguing point, but anyway.
We also have archaeology, which completely backs up our existence and our being inside of that land.
Oh, okay, finally. A point that applies to your side only and not anybody else. Because, like, at first you just said something inaccurate, and then you made a point that applies to everybody, but anyway, we finally got there. I haven't met anyone who was saying that Jewish people never lived there before. That's all fine. People accept that because you have to accept history, you have to accept facts.
Right.
What we are saying is that you don't have a right to go and ethnically cleanse the people who are indigenous to the land now.
Yeah.
And also, a lot of Jewish families, a lot of Jewish communities have been established in Palestine since before the establishment of Israel.
I actually just watched a video where, like, Jewish people were like, we don't agree with this. Like, I've seen, for a while now, like, here in America, I've seen Jewish people saying, like, we're not with Israel, we don't agree with what they're doing. But then, like, I even saw, like, a Jewish person in Israel being, like, fighting against it and being like, you can't take our name and, like, say, like, this is for you while you kill people. Like, we don't agree with this. So it's, like, sincere, like, Jewish people are not agreeing with what Israel's doing, are wanting to be a part or associated with Israel. So it's interesting to me that, like, this guy is claiming, but when I see him, I don't see Jewish. Like, and I know that could be seen as racist, but all the people that I see backing it have very traditional Jewish looks with, like, the hair and the clothes and everything. I have to assume is a part of, like, their religious and their beliefs. So I just don't trust somebody who doesn't follow those and claims to be Jewish, to be actual Jewish. You know what I mean? That's like when you see someone with tattoos that's never been married, has 6 children, and they're like, I'm Christian. No, you're not. You're not Christian. You're not Christian. You claim to be Christian, and that's okay. You can do that. But, like, you're not, and you don't speak for everyone. And I think that's, like, discernment in that per person really needs to be happening. Because if we just believe, like, all Jewish people want people dead, like, that's so not true. They've been through, like, the shit. They're not gonna just up one day and be like, yeah, let's do it to somebody else now. No. Yeah. It's the same thing, like, the Nazis did, you know? They did a similar thing where they took on another religion or another aspect of, like, this culture, and, because, like, the sign, the symbolism for the Nazi was traditionally an Asian, Buddhist, symbol for life, prosperity. So they just, like, abused it, you know? They used somebody else's beliefs and, like, the meaning behind it and abused it. And that's what I feel like Israel's doing with the Jewish people right now, is they're taking their good name, they're taking their, you know, this, like, they could do no wrong because they were once victims. And I just don't think that's true. Just because you once were a victim doesn't mean you can't do no wrong. It doesn't mean you can make bad choices. In fact, I feel like because you're a victim, it's more possible of you making a bad choice, because you saw that someone could get away with it, and you saw how they got away with it with you, so why can't you if the situation calls for it, right? Some people have that mentality, and that's just how it is. Okay, but I think we did just finish 16, so that's my 2 for the day. Oh my god, 15 minutes short of 2 hours. Guys, wow. And look at her. She's looking pretty nice. There's more color here for sure with that pink and everything. Shall we pick another color? I mean, I don't see why not. 14 might be decent. There's lots of spaces here for 14. And then I think we'll be able to move on to, like, these yellows and some browns and oranges, which will be fun. Maybe one blue before we do that. Maybe a blue and a pink before we... No, we'll do those 3 and then maybe... We'll see. We'll see. I'm still deciding. There's so many colors, you know? It's hard to pick which one's the, like, quote-unquote, the lightest color. So the next color we're going to do is 14, which is this color. I'm going to take a little break to go get myself a snack real fast.
Do I want to get back together? Do we have unfinished business?
Okay, snack. Then we'll come back to this TikTok and we'll continue painting. Just give me 1 second. Sorry I take these moments just randomly break. It's just my thought process. It's how I function. That's how I function. It's how I function. I'm stuck. I gotta throw this away too. Wait. Let me double check. Oh, I got a little more in here.
I actually want to be told.
What's interesting is I've always been seeing you at the same time. I think you do something.
Oh, she's having a fair?
I'm sorry.
What? Who's she cheating on? Him? No. What? Why is he putting his specimen in a cup? Oh shit! That is. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! No! No way! No way! That's who she's. That's so fucked up. This is the asshole. Why is she? She's the nice guy. That's the problem. Can't have nice guy and be happy. Get too much work. That was funny. Okay, I decided on a snack. Marshmallows. Check this out too. Metal chopstick. Muy importante. Not plastic. Not wood. You see why. A little stabby stabby. Ta-da! Look at that. You can't even see into it. Blinded by the light.
How long does it take me to film?
Yeah.
No hanky panky, Mrs.
No hanky panky. I get that though.
Are you acting like this because of the wedding? Tell me the truth.
Not at all. Swear to God.
Because I coma the whole time I came out. It's not working for me.
Okay. We are back in business. Oh,
Oh my god.
I don't know who I would be.
This movie's fucking hilarious. Okay, let's watch this real quick.
Protest Zionism, and they protest the genocide, they protest the ethnic cleansing and the weaponized starvation, and they are being beaten by Israeli military, by Israeli police. They are being pulled out of synagogue during prayer because of these thoughts. So if you really care about Jewish people, you should be concerned what Israel is doing to these Jewish people and these Jewish communities that are older than Israel.
Of course, we also have our continuous presence because Jews never stopped existing or living inside the land of Israel.
Exactly. I've had a lot of Zionists trying to tell me that that's not true, but there are Palestinian Jews, or Jewish Palestinians, however they prefer to identify. Whether they're ones who never left the land or they're ones who returned back and have been there for generations upon.
Tech careers you should have. My name is Evan de la Paz.
Okay, let's go back to
indigenous shaman. I inherited the ability to travel to people in their sleep and purify trauma in their subconscious. If you're new here, this is not astral travel. I have been known to touch people in their sleep. I have been known to purify lifelong attachments of trauma within a couple nights of me visiting them. I have been known to heal illnesses that doctors could not configure or medicate whatsoever. Let's talk about properly jumping timelines, okay? Because I don't know what y'all call it, okay? What is it to properly jump a positive timeline, right? Manifesting your abundant timeline. As someone who visits people in their sleep and gives them their tea that they can detach from it, I'm telling you that jumping timelines is a lot crazier than people make it out to be. Let's give an example here. Baba Vanga was a very famous psychic in 1983, and she predicted the current political status in 2025. So everything that's going on this year, Baba Vanga already knew. So it's 1983, and this lady was like a 93. So she obviously could jump a timeline, right? Now, what people don't understand about jumping timelines is that it can be really detrimental to your spirit body if you are not in the correct alignment of jumping that timeline. You can become so strong that you can predict this level to energy. She's literally that years ahead, 30 years ahead of her time, knowing what needs to be.
You know what's crazy?
I haven't wanted to say this out loud, but when I was in 3rd grade, so what? 9, 10 years old, I had this terrible repetitive dream. It was the scariest dream. Like, I'm gonna explain it to you guys. Okay, so I wake up and everything's really cold, and like I can feel this pressure on my chest, like this heavy sadness, like my guts are twisted, and I'm like shaking. I can feel myself shaking. I'm in my kid form, right? I'm in my age of like that I'm having this dream, and I'm walking, and at first the ground is like green, and it quickly goes to gray, and then black, and then it's like kind of there, not there, and then all of a sudden bodies start appearing on the ground, like as I'm walking along, more and more bodies, and as I'm walking along they're more and more decayed, they're more like they start becoming bones, and like it starts becoming like bomb explosion areas, and like where things are like ripped off people's bodies, and I'm like everywhere I'm walking it's just this destruction, this mad destruction, and I come around this corner and my family is there, and they are lined up against a wall, and there's these two people standing with guns at them. And the dream switches from me being that kid watching that to being those people where I'm shooting them. And with each person, like, the feeling was the same. It was like this terrible, deep, black hole and this, like, gut-wrenching feeling and, like, sadness. Like, I couldn't help but have tears, like, coming down my face. Like, it's like when you get news and, like, you can't, if you're just, like, it's the tears are coming, like, you're not even crying, right? Like, you're just, like, your body's, like, naturally reacting to the sadness. It's like, releasing. That's what it was like. It's like I didn't even have time to think about crying or feeling. Like, my body's just immediately trying to release the sadness. And I'd have this dream over and 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 over again. And it's like, I remember, I'm 30. I was like 10. I was 20 years ago. And I remember this dream so vividly because it was so fucking vivid. It felt so real. Like, I really felt like I killed my own family. I really felt like I watched people die. I really felt like I was watching the world burn in hell. And I realize now, like, her saying this stuff, I realize now, with everything I've been through, that, like, I foresaw a future. I foresaw it, and it's come true. Right? It's happening in wars. Like, this is something that's truly happening. People are truly experiencing this now. And I realized that. And, you know, I didn't always believe in time jumping, but I know I used to do it naturally, astral project and everything, as a kid, as a teen, as a young adult, and as a mid-adult, like mid-20s adult, I decided to take control over that, like I did with my dreams, and learned about, like, time jumping a bit. So this is interesting. I feel like this is, like, a hint for me to kind of, like, my spirit guides trying to be like, because, like, you've been hearing everything that's been it's been super political, and then, like, what, this one video of, like this pops in here randomly. So, like, that's how I know. I feel like, you know, I purposely push my For You page towards, like, the super extreme political stuff. So, like, when this witchy stuff pops in randomly, I know it's my spirit guides. I know this is my ancestors talking to me through, like, the digital age, you know, or even myself, if like, my higher self, like, touching things with its energy, you know. So it's just really interesting. And when I first time jumped, that first purposeful time jump, I did this whole ritual of cleansing and detoxing. Like, I spent 5 days beforehand prepping for it, 3 days beforehand really getting into the nitty-gritty of the cleanse. And then, like, that night that I did it, I prepared my body to do it that night. I was in a bath for an hour, like, meditating with all my little incense and you know, things in the tub and salts and crystals and stuff. And the moment I stepped out of the bathtub, like, the moment my feet hit the ground, there was a loud knock at the door. And by the time I got to it, it was cops telling us that there were two people who stole a bunch of guns that were running from the cops, hiding in our backyard. And I was like, then we should leave. And they're like, if you want. And I'm like, if I want? You want me to stand here listening to you argue and yell at someone in our backyard as I try to sleep, while the idea of you shooting through my house at them or them shooting back, like, no, I'm good. I'd rather sleep in my car or find another place to sleep, or, you know what I mean? Like, I'd do a million other things. But yeah, it was a very interesting night. Very interesting situation. But I think that's, like, with anything you try for the first time, typically it's kind of explosive and crazy and weird, and you damage yourself in the process because you never do it right the first time. Which I did. I took a real fucking hard turn after that. wow, my life fucking went crazy after that, to be honest. Oh, wow. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that left turn, that's for sure. Let's see what else she has to say.
Be addressed. However, you can be someone who predicts a bunch of stuff, and it will still not be in your proper alignment. It will attract a lot of your attention, but it won't be something that you are receiving or you're not paying attention to. And so, in order to jump a proper timeline, you need to be able to purify your spirit so that you're not attaching yourself to densities and predicting densities that are not your damn business. So Baba Vanga had this genuine skill to perfect the knowledge of authenticity. It's why she knows what the hell she's talking about. If you don't know who she is, just go research her real quick. The more that you can anchor into your groundedness, the more that you will be able to tell your future. Now, sometimes your spirits will be straight chewing you out, like, hey, if you keep going this way, we're gonna bring this person in the situation. Or, you know, sometimes, like for me, I have a relationship with the dead, and when they see shit that isn't going right, they'll be like, hey, we're gonna have to change this up right now. And so, my advice is to avoid it. To detach from all the little things that you see around you going on, no matter how triggering they are still anomalies until they are speaking to your emotional body. And so that is the value of anchoring into your energy of authenticity before hopping on whatever psychic prediction there is out there or jumping a timeline. Because usually when people jump timelines, they're like trying to go to the future in some way, but you're still anchored in the belief that you're not enough to be here in the moment. And that's also something I always talk about. Never leave this damn moment. Always be here. This is where you need to be. If you would like to purify any densities in your energy that you don't know how to approach, you can see the service details in my bio and in my story.
I was hoping Baba Ladka would be in the little search thingy. Baba. Wait, what was her name?
My name is Evelyn Abbas. I'm a next positive timeline, right? Manifesting your abundant timeline. As someone who visits people in their sleep and gives them their tea that they can detach from it, I'm telling you that jumping timelines is a lot crazier than people make it out to be. Let's give an example here. Baba Vanga was a very famous psychic.
Baba Vanga. Baba Vanga. Uh-huh.
By the 1980s, Ben Jellier, who adopted the name Baba Vanga, had given thousands of accurate predictions and gained a reputation as the Nostradamus of the Balkans. And they have found that it is an 80% accuracy.
Her predictions were actually very accurate, which tells us that the ability to retrieve information beyond the
If you guys don't know who Baba Vanga is, she was a blind Bulgarian mystic who predicted things like 9/11, Princess Diana's death,
Nuh-uh.
disasters,
Nuh-uh.
tsunami,
What?
Obama becoming president. She even predicted the date of her own funeral. And before she died, she basically laid out a whole bunch of predictions she had for the future. And guess what she said about 2025? She said 2025 would bring a war in Europe. Check. Shattering earthquakes. Check. Economic disaster. Check. And the beginning of humanity's downfall. Woohoo!
Wow.
And now here we are in 2025. We have earthquakes leveling cities. Our global market is currently doing backflips. The air quality is cooked. We're literally breathing in micro.
You know what's so funny? This is not funny, but like since I've been a child, I've had some of the most terrifying nightmares that I can, like, that feel so fucking real. Like, people chasing me, being murdered, like, some of the scariest shit ever.
Okay. Anyways, back to this. AI has become self-aware, and we're letting billionaires use our tax dollars to build rockets that blow up mid-air, while the rest of us are fighting over fucking egg prices. And let's not forget the environmental collapse. We're on track for the hottest year recorded in history. Again, hurricanes are happening in places they should not be happening in. Wildfires are popping up, coastlines are shaking, and the worst part about all of
Well, the funny part about that wasn't funny. It was like, it's crazy to see, like, hear about this lady that, like, predicted all this stuff. And, like, since I can remember, like, I've never felt like this world was going to last very long. Like, I felt like it's always coming to its end. I always felt like we were all dying. And then, like, every time I've done acid, like, I literally have this overwhelming feeling of, like, living in hell. Like, literally living in
This is just the beginning of Baba Vanga's
the beginning. Tell me more.
inciting incidents. Baba Vanga basically said that 2025 is going to be a rough fucking year because it's going to be the start of our downfall. So if you're feeling overwhelmed this year, just know you're not imagining it. We're just living through the prophecy of a blind woman who got flung into a tornado when she was younger and when she woke up had psychic abilities. Hope that helps you sleep at night. If you guys
Which is kind of really cool to think about it. She's literally the real Dorothy.
2025 is going to come straight out of a horror movie. This is Baba Vanga, and she's a blind fortune teller, and she has predicted insane events like 9/11 and even Princess Diana's death. He says that in 2025 we will finally meet aliens.
Oh,
This
what?
will happen during a major sporting event. He also said that we're going to have this huge breakthrough in mind reading, where
Yep.
just through like waves, like brain waves, you will be
That's
able
been
to read
something.
someone's brain
Yeah.
and like their thoughts.
I feel like I've been doing that for a while now, for like a really long while, and it always freaks people out. They're like, it always feels like you're reading my mind, and I'm like, feels like you're reading my mind. So what? So what, man? We passing thoughts over here. What's the problem? I don't know. It's been like a few people now that have said that to me. So let's see. I think that started a few years ago. But I don't know. I always like blamed it on like just getting to know that person really well, but maybe there's more to it.
It also predicted that devastating earthquakes were going to be hitting the West Coast, which is crazy because, like, I don't think earthquakes have happened, but I think the fires in California started in January. She said that this tragedy would be on a really massive scale and affect a lot of people.
Oh
It
fuck.
also said
West
that
Coast,
scientists
that's
are
me,
gonna discover
babies.
the secret
I gotta
to
move.
immortality, which is crazy because in January 1st, this documentary dropped. We made a video about the guy. He's a billionaire.
Don't
and
die.
he uses science to try to live forever and like reverse age. It's really interesting. He said that in 2025 we're gonna be able to grow organs in a
Yeah.
lab, which I also think could end a lot of like
That's been happening. We've been able to grow meat, so
He
we've
also
been getting
said
really
that we may
close.
be able to figure out the cure to cancer.
I think we've
but
known the
feel
cure
like
to cancer.
we would have been able to figure it out by now,
Yeah.
but because of the medical industry, they
Yeah, medical industry for sure, bro. I agree with
You
her.
wanna see longer videos of mine?
Nah, we agree. Her and I on the same page. Same page. I agree. 10 out of 10. Would watch again. Oh shit, what the fuck? What the fuck? Nuh-uh. That did not happen. All those people just die? That has to be fake. That has to be AI. That's so AI. Holy mother of AI. This is not real. Yeah. Is there anyone else that says... Okay, I want to know about the aliens.
However, among Baba Vanga's forecasts for 2025, there is one that stands out from
And
the
they will
chaos
help
and destruction.
humanity. I like that.
She claimed that beings from other planets would finally make their presence known on Earth, and it wouldn't be in the subtle, mysterious manner often depicted in science fiction films. This would be a clear and undeniable revelation, leaving no doubt that we are not alone in the universe. Such a direct and unprecedented encounter could completely transform our world. Consider this. Our fundamental beliefs, scientific understanding.
Wonder who made that, because I hate the voice. The voice is bothering me. That sucks sometimes. Sounds just sound weird.
1980s. Bengelia.
No.
Theories that are blowing on Russian internet right now. Number one is that aliens are gonna show up in October this year. Why? There was a Slavic medium lady. Maybe you'll know about her. Her name was Vanga.
In October?
And she predicted everything correctly. Like everything that she predicted happened. Even I remember myself as a kid, and I've been reading this Vanga prophecies book with my grandma, and there was one about Europe becoming Muslim, and I was like, there's no way any Muslims will end up in Europe or England. No. So I was like, I don't believe this. But she also said that aliens gonna appear 2025 in October. Number two, a lot of Russians think that military conflicts in Israel and in Russia-Ukraine are connected, and it is for a reason, and we will know the reason next year. Why is that? Because Ukrainian president is Jewish. He was sponsored by Jewish community to become president. So they think there is some kind of agreement. We don't know. And number three, a lot of Russians believe that Vladimir Putin and actually most very important figures in history right now, they have some alien or reptiloid origin, because it is really very hard in Russia to become somebody, and people believe that you have to have some interference, and that you cannot become somebody very powerful if you're fully human.
What?
Okay, let me know what you guys think about this.
They think Putin is a fucking alien? Is that what's happening right now? This movie, this mom is smoking weed with her kid. What? They would smell so much like weed right now. I love this song. Nice. 50 First Dates. Something like that. They're fucking high. Damn, now the husband sees. They're not. See, I knew they were divorced, but they're not divorced. No. She knows. And she knows. Oh. Yeah, well, you're divorced now, Beach. Be married. I get so sidetracked. This is ADHD, bro.
Hope you don't think I'm crazy. It's just theories, just sharing.
Interesting.
This Earth plane has nothing to do with our five senses. In fact, when she became blind, it is as if her other senses developed to receive messages.
Literally just thinking about what a life would be like if I would become blinded. to grow my senses. And so it's very interesting to be seeing this now today when that thought process was literally just yesterday.
About the future.
Among her numerous claims were predictions relating to world events,
That's cool though.
which would later come true.
That's crazy. That's so fucking cool though. That'd be cool to predict the fucking future.
1983, and she predicted the current political status
Did
in
we already listen to
2025.
this?
So everything that's going on this year, Baba Vanka already knew.
Come
This was
on my way.
1983, and this lady was like a 93. So she obviously could jump a timeline, right?
We won't.
Genuine skill to perfect the knowledge of authenticity. It's why she
Yeah.
knows what the hell she's talking about. If you don't know who she is, just go research. Anchored in the belief that
Okay.
Kids are asleep. Got my cup of coffee. Drinking it with my favorite straw. I'm going tonight to do some. I'll go on live and do some stitching.
We are here in Gaza.
I'm just chilling now, guys. Oops. Jesus, heaven, July 2025. Holy Spirit. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm fine. What do you need?
The Holy Spirit.
Look, there's some pretty nasty stuff going on with. No, I know. I see.
Jesus.
I know. I know what they're doing.
The Holy Spirit.
So, you know, we might want to bring you in on a couple. I'm busy with other stuff. What are you looking at? Raccoons again? Look at that one.
What is this?
Oh, that's so cute. Look at this baby one. I could use your help. You know you're gonna have to go back. You've always known that. It's not time for that yet.
You always had
You
to.
can't sit in the comfy chair and look at raccoons forever. I mean, I guess technically, but
You shouldn't.
at some point, you ever looked at their hands?
Raccoon hands.
Looked at their hands. They're so cute.
People are so fucking funny.
You should see some of these. You should see the inside of some of these people's hearts.
They're making
like a dead
croissants
heart,
drunk.
but it's still
Jesus.
beating. I know.
Look at, I'm like, oh my god, I'm streaming, watching a TikTok, watching a movie, painting. This is great.
Except I've had this talk 'cause it's America. It's just it's getting to the point. This one's rubbing his hands together like a little person. Those who followed you are leaving, and your name is becoming anathema. How many times?
Anathema meaning? What does that mean?
Anathema. It's a noun, and it means something or someone vehemently disliked or shunned, reflecting how some react to provocative art. Used in a sentence, it sounds like, the song WAP was anathema to conservative critics who saw it as vulgar and inappropriate, while
that was
others
good.
defended it as a celebration of female empowerment. Another example would be
That was really good. Okay, go on.
Do they have to crucify me before it's finally enough for them? How much blood does it take to fill their lust?
This is why they don't want us to know what's inside this book. Watch the
That from that woman. What else does she need to do so she is as successful? Is it possible to save?
You know what men, and mostly conservative men and the government don't understand?
What?
Is that women love children so much that we refuse to bring them into a world that hurts them to the degree that it is hurting them now. This isn't just about women's choices.
Get a text on. I was gonna paint number 14, but I'm kind of feeling tired of painting, and I don't want to overwork myself. But I only have so much time for this. So I should. Should I force myself? Probably a little bit. Okay. Ooh, shit. He's trying to get back with his ex. Oh my gosh. Damn. Damn. Damn.
This is also about protecting children. I mean, we're looking at entire institutions which are turning around and protecting men who essay children. And I'm talking about the highest office in the land. Why would women want to bring children into a world like that? And don't come over here and tell me, oh, but women used to do it all the time. We didn't have a choice back then. Do you know how many children were born because of SA? They were born because women were SA'd. We will not bring children in.
Hey, stick around for about 10 seconds and help me celebrate my 34th book sold on the TikTok shop.
Am I be the first person? What is the difference between a crow and a raven? I get asked this question a lot, so
That's a good song. There's a Friday party? What's happening? Hold on.
sitting here on my phone. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, I'll see you guys later. I'll talk to you soon. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging out.